Do you want to make $10,000 today? Do you want to lose 20 pounds in the next month? Do you want to be well-liked and respected by all your peers? We can't help you with that. You come to the wrong place. But if you do want to earn an hour of CPE credit for listening to this episode, right after you finish, head on over to the Earmark app, take a short 5-question quiz, and you earn 1 hour of CPE just for listening to us. Happy quizzing! Welcome to Unaccountable, the world's OKest accounting game show podcast for product news, education, and updates. I am your pumpkin spice bumpkin of a host, Tyler Otto, and I'm joined by the caramel apple mammal, Jeremy Van Grohl. Hello to you, sir.
Hello. So you're a caramel guy, not a caramel guy?
Is that
Ooh.
fighting words right there?
I don't know. I can see it either way. This one, I'm not passionate about caramel or caramel. I think I usually say caramel.
I'm the guy in the room that I'll just pick the opposite of everyone just to stir it up, right? Is it aluminum or aluminium? I don't know, but it depends what everyone else says.
Yeah, as long as you put the emphasis on the wrong syllable.
Exactly. That is where I live.
But yeah, fall's upon us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Temperatures are getting a little cooler. I am wearing white after Labor Day. Yeah, I heard it's hot in some places. It's like 60 here today. It's fantastic. So yeah.
I was in Bend, Oregon over the weekend for our 11th wedding anniversary. And, you plan a getaway with your wife, business meeting, sorry, not a getaway with your wife. IRS, if you're listening to this and questioning those expenses, we talk business and we have meeting minutes and an agenda documented. Thank you very much. Mark Kohler would be very proud from last week. But I forget to check, the week before you go, if another fire sprang up in the cloud, the air is just going to be nothing but smoke. That was my bad, but it was good. We got to see some of our accounting firm friends. But yes, I'm curious. How do you feel after last week's episode, Jeremy? Do you just want to quit?
Well, no, that was the first time listening to Mark talk that I think I've ever been intrigued about taxes.
Yeah.
It's I see maybe why Tyler went down this terrible road, because there's so many cool ideas he had that I never knew about that I'm sure are just ridiculously valuable if you can just weed through all the details. So yeah, it was the first time I got done with that, and I was like, wow, that actually is intriguing to me at this point. So cool.
I'm actually kind of pumped because I'm going to go swimming after this today, and I've got several of his podcasts preloaded on my swimming headphones. So that's all I'm going to do is just listen to tax while in the water. It's going to be great, Jeremy.
As long as it doesn't involve skinny dipping. Yes, perfect.
Speaking, though, of accounting updates, Jeremy, I don't know if you saw, and actually, I'm going to put this into first question of the game show.
Okay.
What surprisingly powerful HR-related platform did our friends over at Gusto just acquire?
Ooh, I did not hear this one. I did get a call from my rep that I didn't call back, so maybe he wants to tout that to me. But no, I'm not sure.
I'm going to give you a hint. Has to do with benefits, specifically retirement.
Guideline. Oh.
Yeah. Guys. Oh, wow. You're sporting their swag right now. Yes.
Yeah.
Gusto and Guideline have entered an agreement to pursue the acquisition of Guideline by Gusto. So Gusto, already integrated phenomenally with Guideline. That is such a smooth experience. You and I both use it for our company. All of our friends, you and I have talked, it's human interest in Guideline that just sync with Gusto so well that, it's just a no-brainer. But I'm intrigued how this is going to make our experience any better because it was already so good. But this is just Gusto, becoming the all-in-one stop shop, right? They've got Melio linked in there now for bill pay. They now have CorpNet heavily integrated to create your companies, and now they're doing 401ks. They help broker with health insurance. Dude, they're becoming the HR monster.
They are. Please don't break it. In my opinion, you don't have to do anything. Just take their assets. I don't know, put it out in some more promotional things. Are you sure you don't want a 401k with us? Whatever. But right now it's perfect, right? You just sign the person up. And the interface with Guideline is just smooth too, right? I've gone to ones where you're okay, how do I reallocate, or where's my percent? It's everything's easy. It's right there. Yeah, just don't break it.
I
But
mean, the only thing I could hope is you remember signing up for it. You still had to say, "Hey, I want to go through Guideline." You had to do the setup through Guideline and then
yeah,
go integrate, and then it worked. Maybe they make it as easy as like with CorpNet. You just push a button, save, "Hey, file with the state agency for me," and they just take care of it all. They can make it that easy to enroll. Or with Gusto's money, can they get into new markets? Like again, talking back to Mark Kohler last week, could they get into self-directing?
investing in cows.
You could invest in cows. You
If
can
they
invest.
in pigs, Gusto, you'd have to invest in pigs, right?
That's exactly right. Although the butchering of those pigs probably isn't a good visual for Gusto's mascot. But go on, Jeremy.
No, no, but shouldn't you have some insider knowledge on this? I believe you're now a partner with the Gusto, or like a firm partner, right?
I got the invite and the confirmation that I will be part of Gusto's partner advisory council for this year. So getting to weigh in with, I think I saw 10 other firm owners' names on the list that they sent out for the invite for the kickoff call next week.
Hmm.
But yeah, there's like 10 or 12 of us, and we get to meet with their leadership team and go out to Denver and kind of just help give feedback on what we want to see changed in the project. Project process product. There we go. That's the word I'm
Yeah.
looking for. Yeah, so it's kind of just a cool opportunity to weigh in and help shift the industry, which is what I want to do.
Yeah, right. Well, congrats. That's awesome. I was jealous until I heard you just say you had to go to Denver. I don't ever want to go to Denver again, so I'm okay with this one. But yeah, bring it back to the group. I don't know if it's like Game of Thrones or Marvel movie where you can't say anything that's talked
It's
about in the
Fight Club.
meeting or whatever. Whatever it's Fight Club. Yeah, whatever you can bring back to the listeners, I'm all ears.
Yeah, I don't know. And then if any of you guys have worked with any softwares long enough, Jeremy, do you get calls from the consulting companies that want to know about like, do you use certain softwares? Are our teams want? Yeah, I have a feeling now I'm gonna get hit up for Gusto ones, but
Yeah.
no, it's cool. So that means Relay's partner council and Gusto's partner council, and then we play with Keeper, so it's fun getting a little influence in how this industry's shaped.
Love it. All right, with that, let's get to our first game, which I am really excited about. I want to say I'm bringing back an old favorite, but bringing back one that I'm calling just the tip. I promise this time.
This is the third time we've used this game title.
Is it? I thought it was only the second.
No, this is. Oh
Oh,
no, that was I contracted something. You're right. No, this is
yeah,
only the second time we've
only the
used
second
it.
time. But yeah, but news coming out that the IRS supposedly, I think I got this on accounting today, leaked the jobs that are going to be on the list where you can get tips that won't be taxed.
Yep.
First random question: how many jobs are on that list?
Are you going to give me a window and over under?
Oh no,
Or?
I just want you to guess how many jobs are on. I'm not even giving you a window. Just
All right,
throw
I'm
it out.
going to go with 60.
That was pretty good. 68.
Oh, I feel good
That's pretty
about
cool.
that.
But doesn't the IRS miss an opportunity here to just add one more, and everyone would have been really excited about this? Come on.
They took one off just to avoid people like you, Jeremy.
Yes, right. So I'm gonna quick run through these, and I'm gonna say there's 8 categories.
Is
I'm gonna
podcast
have
host
you.
on the list?
We'll get to that.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm gonna do 8 categories, and I just want you to give me like 1 or 2 examples you feel like would be under that category, and then I'm gonna comment on some interesting things I feel like are included in each of these 2.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's hit it.
Okay. We're gonna start easy one or two. First 2 should be pretty easy for you, I think. Beverage and food service.
I
Who
would
would be under
assume waiters. I would assume
that? Right.
servers, hosts.
Yeah, right. Wait staff, food servers, dining room, chefs, cooks, all that stuff. The one I didn't like on here was fast food and counter workers. Like, oh, that was an opportunity to quash that one, wasn't it?
Seriously, that kills me. Like, where was I over the weekend? But I hate when you walk up, literally, like, you just say, "Hey, I want something behind the counter," that, like, a bottled water they just grabbed. And then the screen immediately goes, "Would you like to give a 18, 22, or 25% tip on that?" And it's like,
Yeah,
no, I literally just bought a bottled water from you.
right,
Like, and of course, now I look like the jerk when I say 0.
right. Yeah. The other one on this list is dishwashers.
Mhm.
Who? Uh, d-
Did you
they,
never
is
work
that,
in food service?
no, there's pool tips. I assume there's nobody that walks in back and hands the dishwasher a 5 for the extra clean plate.
Well, and it's also usually good because, at least when I was working in restaurants and I was a young whippersnapper, 15, 16 years old,
Yeah.
it was at least like you were not only a dishwasher, you would go bust tables the moment like you had the sink all
Mm,
clean, go bust. So then if certain servers tip you out more at the end of the night, you help them, you clear their tables first. It's almost like greasing the wheels, right? To get
ooh,
higher
yeah,
turn, higher service. And then
yeah.
even one of the servers would just be like, hey, if you walk by any of those tables, feel free to just be friendly. Do you guys need anything? And then if they say they do, just relay it to me and I'll get it for them. So then I would like go out of my way to help that
Mm.
person. So yeah, yeah, no, absolutely. I
Okay.
see why
All right.
dishwashers are included.
All right, I'll get that. Let's keep the easy ones going. This is number two, hospitality and guest services. Who'd be under that?
Man, this is your bellman, your concierge, front
Yeah.
desk staff, housekeepers. Always leave the tips, folks.
Yeah. That was all of them. I don't even have any comments. I'm full on board with that one. All right, number four, home services.
So home services. Would it be like a cleaning crew coming in my house to dust this horrible office of mine?
Yep, home cleaning work. Yep, workers are on that. Any other guesses?
Uh, childcare,
No, we'll get to that
nannies.
one later. But like
Okay.
under here, so like landscaping and groundskeeping workers. So I get that one,
Oh,
right?
okay.
The
Yeah.
the ones that I never thought about it, like electricians and plumbers. Did you ever give a tip to an electrician or a plumber? I've never even thought about that one.
Can't say I have. No, no.
Yeah. But like same thing, like AC people, appliance installers, locksmiths. Yeah, I never would have thought of any of those. I don't think I'm gonna start now, but they can get it now, no tax. So maybe they'll love you if you tip them this time.
Can we go back though? Because people that may be not up to date on everything that came through on the big beautiful bill,
Oh yeah, yeah,
what
please.
is the exemption here, Jeremy? You jumped right into the questions, but like, what is the benefit all of these people are receiving?
I assume that we have loyal four listeners that heard the last one and remain well informed. No, so all it is with the big beautiful bill. Now tips will be reported separately and not taxed, so they will be tax free if you are in one of these 68 jobs. So not any of the other ones. Okay, good call. Thanks for level setting.
And it's the income tax. You still pay payroll
Oh yeah,
taxes on it. You just
right.
don't pay the income
Right,
tax. So you
income tax.
actually don't get the benefit until next April.
Yeah, I'm already like I got to get back to the Mark Kohler brain because the tax is already boring me. All right, number five, personal services.
Is that like my manicurist? Is that my hair cutter? And I say hair singular because I'm losing it. Actually, that should be you.
uh, that one is well. That's the next one. That's
Okay.
personal appearance and wellness. So I'll give you those. So let's go to
What was
jump to
this one
that one.
again?
Personal services.
Pers- Is that like your accountant and your lawyer and
There's
your doctor?
no, there's no accountants on here. It's like personal care and service workers. I assume they mean like hospice people that would come in, but that would be
Okay.
personal care too. No, all right. But like event planners, like videographers or photographers,
Huh.
pet caretakers, and this is where it's nannies and babysitters. So like I can
Okay.
I can be okay with all tutors. Another one on there. I can be okay with that one. So then you talked about like personal appearance and wellness. Now you're talking your barbers.
Something that neither you and I pay for. People can tell just looking as
Correct.
personal care is not there.
Yes. Massage therapists. That is
Okay.
okay too. Yep. Make sure you're not. Yeah. I'm gonna leave that
I
one
was
alone. All
wondering if you're going there.
right. We're just talking about tips here. Eyebrow threading and waxing technicians.
Yeah,
So same
I
thing.
tip mine a lot.
Eyebrow threading. I don't get it. This is like when you want the little skinny eyebrow or you want big bushy eyebrows like I have.
Both,
Yeah.
whatever you want. Sometimes
There
you
you
have
go.
them remove some hair from your lower leg and then put it up there, like there's options.
Yeah. I don't know. Another one, tattoo artists and piercers. Wouldn't have thought of that
Interesting.
one. Yeah, wouldn't have
Yeah.
thought of that one. And then shoe and leather workers and repairers. And I was
My
like,
cobbler, my cord wainer, they'll both get excluded tips.
ah. I was thinking your dom, but yes, all right. Your cobbler is probably where they're going with that one.
All right, awesome.
All right, cool. All right, let's keep rolling. Recreation and instruction. Your thoughts on this one?
Like outdoor guides, like
Travel guides, tour guides. Yep.
yeah. I
Yep.
mean, I think then back to the ski industry where I was at, like ski lesson teachers and mountain hosts.
Yeah. Yeah. Another one I can well get behind on this one. Golf caddies, right? Like those people,
Oh.
yeah, working hard doing that.
I'm not fancy
Self
enough to ever had one.
I've never had one either, but if I did, I would tip him. Self enrichment teachers. This has got to be like spiritual or like
Or is this every person on the internet that's always looking for a BNI group that's a life coach?
yeah, yeah,
Those awful people?
yeah. I'll be your
Sorry, I
resident
shouldn't say that. There's some good ones out there, but there are way too
Yeah,
many charlatans.
yeah, that's true. All right, second to last one: transportation and delivery. I think this one makes sense, right? Who would be under that one?
Is this my Amazon delivery driver that ends up coming 3 days a week, or the
Yeah,
UPS guy?
I had to congratulate my wife the other day that the Amazon truck actually just went past our house and didn't stop. I'm like, "Thank you, dear." It's fantastic. Yeah, the like taxi drivers, shuttle drivers, goods delivery
My
people,
Uber Eats guy?
Uber Eats guy. Yeah, I think it'd be fun. A couple other interesting ones on here: water taxi operators or charter boat owners. I can get behind that one.
Would this also include my Lyft driver?
I assume so. Yeah, and rideshare drivers. Yeah, under taxis. It
Okay.
has that. Okay. This one I enjoy: rickshaw, pedicab, and carriage drivers.
Jeremy, now's the time.
Sure.
Let's open up that rickshaw business, man. Let's do it.
Remember my idea about rickshaws in New York? Well, we're going to make it happen.
No, you're not.
Classic Seinfeld. Rickshaws. We're gonna hook people up to it. Oh, Lord. All right.
Appleton, Wisconsin's greatest new trend.
Yes,
Rickshaws by
rickshaw.
Jeremy.
And then the last one, home movers. I wouldn't have thought of that one either, but
Oh,
yeah, okay. All right, and then the last one, I saved it for last with my favorite: entertainment and events. Would
that
be on
podcast host?
digital content creators.
What?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
folks. So, with that, here is our Venmo for tips and appreciation.
Yeah, that's some Venmo. Other ones in here, which are it's like all the gambling places, like gambling dealers, cage workers, sportsbook people runners, all that stuff. Very generic dancers
Okay.
and entertainers and performers. So I feel like the Pink Pony Club is safe. Your tips can be tax free there. It's good. Last one. This one I like too. Like the locker room, coat room, or dressing room attendant. I have been to fancy
yeah.
enough place where the dude is sitting there and gets your towel and tip him usually. I feel like that's a
And
good deal.
usually excellent quality banter. Like that
Oh, yeah.
gentleman is always just ready with a good quip.
Yeah, and if you need to like advice to go anywhere, to like dinner or catch a show or anything, that's the dude you talk to, and he's like, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those are the 8 categories. Along with this, they released a proposed new W-2 form. See this one? So
W 2.2.
W-2 2006.2 version 3. So what the changes on this one are, box 14 now has 14A and B. 14A is other, 14B is treasury tipped occupation code. So I think each of these are going to have
Say
their own
that slower.
treasury tipped occupation code. So you're going to have to divulge that there.
Okay.
The other change on this one is that box 12, which has like all the other options, 12A, 12B, whatever, you can put the code in there. There is a new code for a box 12, TT, for where you put the total amount of qualified overtime compensation, which I feel
Oh.
like you could have been more creative and tied the TT in with the tips somehow. But no,
Mhm.
this is for the overtime. So yeah, that is out there for review, and I don't think it's approved yet, but that has been released as well.
Interesting. Solid
Yeah.
game, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, most of us didn't become bookkeepers or accountants to spend hours learning marketing systems and chasing leads. Heck, some of us became accountants because we didn't want to talk to people. We did it also to serve clients and build businesses we love. But what if you could get better clients without the marketing overwhelm? Well, that's exactly what Keepable does. It's an all-in-one marketing system built specifically for bookkeepers and accountants. And it works 24/7 behind the scenes to bring in leads, book consultations, and automate follow-ups. You get a professional website, branded consultation page, and follow-up automations all tailored to your business. No more duct taping tools together or hiring expensive marketing teams. If you want to grow your firm with ease and attract better clients without doing more work, go check out Keepful today at keepful.com or follow the link in the show notes to give us a little bit of extra credit with the folks over at Keepful.
And I mean, we didn't have a guest this week, so it just feels so weird to already be at halftime, but we got plenty for the rest of the episode. Fast figures near the end. Jeremy, it's halftime, the part of the show where we head to the sidelines and get ourselves a nice little bite out of an app. And today, I want to blow your mind with something that you've probably never thought of as an app.
Okay. Hit me.
Dare I argue, the greatest new thing that, well, actually not even new. I've been doing this for 3 years. I just got a new one. But Jeremy, have you ever heard of a gaming mouse?
I have never been successfully using one, but I've had one that had like 2 things on it that could do some things, but I'm guessing that you've got like, oh, yeah, I want to know. Keep going.
Okay. So, for those that don't know, all the super nerds of the world that use their computers for gaming have custom keyboards and mouses usually that have a lot more controls on it. I actually have a keyboard with like 19 different other options on there that I can click at any time with pre-programmed functions. It's pretty fun because, like, if you're like, you have a QuickBooks password where you lock all your clients from changes. I have mine set as a hotkey, and anytime I just need that password, I just hit it. I don't, because it's already recorded. It just knows that keystroke really quick and does it.
Yeah.
Well, that's fun and all, but I think even better has been getting a programmable mouse, and I just got a brand new one. And why do I love this? Because this is actually my second one. I've had one for 3 years, but I've got these 6 little fun buttons on the side there. Okay. 6 buttons.
For our listeners, you held it up. There's 6 buttons on the side, and you're right-handed, right?
Yep.
So it's all by your thumb where you could hit any of those 6 buttons.
Yep. As well as a couple more on top. But yes, 6 buttons. And the reason I love this is because I have things programmed to those 6 buttons on the side, like copy and paste. How often are you just doing that? And you can just double click on selecting what you want, copy and paste directly from there. I also use screen capture software like GreenShot. And so if you want to take a quick snapshot of your screen, you can hit that button, which is programmed to print screen, snap it, and then it's automatically in your copy and paste. You never once touch your keyboard and you've done it that quick. And then it gets even better. I have it set up where it looks at what program I'm in on my computer. If I'm in Excel, some of these buttons are programmed to do like the auto sum function. So I could just select a row, hit it, it does the auto sum. Or when I'm in Outlook, I have it pre-programmed to like all my different rules of like move it to this folder, complete it, do this. I have all those hotkeyed. So it knows when I'm in Outlook, those buttons mean something else. And I can automatically go through my email and do all my hotkeys with only one hand. I could hold my drink in one hand, clear my entire email with the other, and triage, all programmed at my thumb. And Jeremy, this mouse in particular I've got, I could actually change out that side plate from my 6 buttons to my 12 buttons if I wanted to.
Oh,
I could go nuts here.
That's too many buttons.
I agree. That's why I'm opting with the 6, but I could. And here's the thing. All of you are like, Tyler, how lazy are you that you can't do control copy, that you can't do control paste? And it's not that I'm lazy, but it saves me seconds here and there. And when I'm going through 250 emails first thing in the morning, when I'm just cranking through and working on stuff, I have become that much faster, saving 2 to 3 seconds every so often. And it makes all the difference in the world as you just speed up and get more efficient. Now, the one I'm using, and then, sorry, I'll stop for questions because I know I've just been rambling, but I love this. I'm using the Razer brand, R-A-Z-E-R. This is the Naga Pro, N-A-G-A, the Naga Pro V2. For years, I've had the Logitech version. I had 6 buttons on the side right here as well that you probably can't see. I had this for years until it finally died on there after 3.5 years of abuse from me. But Logitech has G-Hub where you can write macros and program what's going to happen. You can do that with Razer and their Synapse app where you can write macros of what it will do. And so it can even be very extensive lists of functions over and over. It's wonderful. I will stop for a moment and hit me with all the questions.
Let's say that you are a person that has a hard time programming the garage door opener to do it one button. How difficult is this to actually program and do all the things that you wanted to do?
Okay, so let's go into this. Let me share my screen. So, and this is going to be great for all of you that are audio only. So you're going
Yeah,
to
I'm gonna try to
love
give you the
this.
play-by-play.
Yeah. So if we come and I share my screen, you will see
Ooh.
that it shows a window of what my mouse looks like. And I
Yep.
can, program all the normal clicks, right? Scroll up, scroll down, and then I can get into my side buttons. And if I want to
Mhm.
come in and say, hey, this button number 6, which currently when I'm in Excel isn't programmed to anything, and I instead want to make it a keyboard function, like I could do a function like F1, F2. I could come in and say, hey, I want this to be my print screen button.
Yeah.
And there you go. Maybe I want to include a modifier like Control Alt. If I hit save, now it's going to do Control Alt print screen every time I hit that button.
Okay.
Done.
So
If you,
for the listeners, what you did is there's a drop down, and does your drop down on the left change program, so you can go to Excel or any other program or application that you have on the computer.
so I can
Like,
go to, it's a gaming mouse, so it thinks of linked games, right? So I've got stuff
uh,
actual games that are on my computer I play with my staff. But
mm,
for those of you, we already talked about Jackbox games, love it. But also, it sees I went in and said, hey, Microsoft Excel is a game or Microsoft Outlook is a game.
got
And
it. Okay.
now I can tell it that when I'm in Excel, automatically use my Excel format. And when I'm
Got it.
in Outlook, use my Outlook format. So now when I go to my mouse, I can program what happens when I'm in Outlook, different
Yep.
functions. When I'm in Excel, different functions. And when I'm just naturally on my computer, different functions. And I can just change this up as much as I want. I can even write macros to be able to do whatever I want. Super cool, amazing.
And then the rest of it like has drop downs too for each of the buttons, just for listeners, right? That once you're in there, it'll drop down like, hey, here's the print screen option, here's that, and you can pick from those drop downs. So yeah, pretty cool. I like it. And so I feel like there's two camps here. One of the camps of people are like, I will never touch my mouse. I'm going to learn every single hotkey possible because that takes too long for me to switch my hand back and forth. But if you need to have mouse, like you need to do things with your mouse, like this is a really good option out there. And yes, it's only little savings, but I liken it a lot to Right Tool. Right is
Yep.
like Right Tool will save you just seconds on things. I don't have to open a new tab. I don't have to go back. But all of those seconds, you spend so much time in QuickBooks that it's just like it's a no brainer for their price.
And with all these things, here's what I say, Jeremy, I am that guy in Excel that I don't touch my mouse usually. Almost never.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can do anything and everything, keyboard only. I am stellar. But it doesn't change the fact when you just open up a quick spreadsheet and you just want to select those columns and do it, like you just can while you're navigating on screen. It's and all these things, it doesn't happen instantly. You need to practice. You need to get used to remembering, oh yeah, I'm only going to use my mouse for this. But dude, once you do it, you save time. You get that much faster.
Yeah, I remember when I was with a prior company before I started in the business, I would have a spreadsheet that would have 20 tabs on it, right? And
Mhm.
had the worst finance director ever. But she's like, when you send this to me, it better be at the home screen cell. So I got so fast at like going through and like control shift page up home. And I could do that thing in like 3 seconds. I would have 20 tabs done because I was like, right. And it just becomes body memory. So yeah, I mean, like those are things for efficient workplace to still start learning and cool things to kind of share with people too, right? If you have a team, like, hey, I do this, and I did it to one of them is like, hey, I went through and QA'd their spreadsheet, and you're like, you were scrolled way down here, like do this, go through your 5 tabs, and it'll be absolutely done. So, kind of cool tricks to share too.
Yeah. So the two I recommend, Logitech and they have G Hub. Look at their gaming mouses. Or I went with Razer and their app Synapse. Both of them work great.
We will put them in the show notes and are not good enough to have a referral link that we will make any money off of this, though we should.
People that choose their app snacks more than 2 hours before recording probably would have something like that in place.
Right.
But you're listening to Unaccountable. All right, Jeremy, back into the shenanigans and tomfoolery. And I don't know if you saw, but I actually changed my game from what you saw in there earlier today. So we're going a completely different direction.
Ooh, okay.
And I want to play, I pushed that game to next week. I want to play a game right now called A-OK HSA. You see,
Okay.
this week, Jeremy, I mean, we were talking with Mark Kohler last week, and
Yeah.
we've talked before about the HSA strategy, right? Max out your HSA, but then never take money from it. Pay everything out of pocket if you can, and add all those receipts to your HSA app. and then let that money grow in the investment account in your HSA tax-free forever. And then you can take out the distributions later when you need it to reimburse yourself for all those expenses. But instead,
Yep.
you're going to let it grow. If you ever use it on medical, never pay taxes. Or if you become of retirement age, it just gets treated like a normal IRA. So then you would pay taxes, but it's just like any other IRA. Still a win for you. So great way to go about it. I want to talk through 12, 14, I don't know. I've got a list here of different items that you may or may not be able to expense from your HSA. You ready to play?
Ooh. Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Question number 1, Jeremy.
Okay.
Can I get reimbursed from my HSA for sunscreen if it's SPF 15 or higher?
I'm gonna go yes.
Already avoiding the shutout.
Ooh,
So this
okay.
one, we're already getting controversial because I'm sure there's a couple of you that do taxes that are like, nope, look through publication 502 from the IRS. It's not in there. And you're right. But many experts have argued, and I tend to agree with them, but in publication 502, it does actually say that you can include medical expenses for the cost of items for medical screening, diagnostic, and preventative care. And any doctor that treats skin cancer will tell you what is the number one way to avoid skin cancer?
Yeah.
Sunscreen
Right.
and covering up and not going outside. My mole guy is pretty pessimistic on the world. But yeah, Jeremy,
Melanoma ain't no joke, man. I'd say that's fair.
I don't know if you knew this, but I actually started straight out of school working at Huntsman Cancer Institute, like one of the biggest cancer hospitals in the West. And I
Okay.
did negotiating clinical trial contracts. So I would argue the finance side of it. Dude, skin cancer is no joke because if someone came back with a skin cancer diagnosis and it was stage 1 or stage 2, they'd be like, oh, congrats, because it's quick, cut it out and you're done. If someone came back with 3 or 4, there was like, oh, if it could be any other type, like you're done. And so it's
Yeah.
like one of those terrifying ones that they catch it early. It's like, oh yeah, easy peasy, you're done. If they don't catch
Yeah.
it before stage 3, you're hosed.
Yeah, that sucks.
So save up those receipts for the sunscreen, folks. Okay. Question 2, Jeremy, gym memberships.
Ooh, would that be preventative? Gym memberships. I'm gonna go no.
Well done. Again, gym memberships on their own, nope, that's a taxable fringe benefit if your
Hmm.
business pays for it. Otherwise, it's a personal expense. So sorry, SOL.
Yeah.
Everyone, I've seen way too many clients try it.
Yeah, couldn't you make an argument that you're preventing heart disease and stuff by going? Nah.
There's tons of them out there. Sunscreen has usually been included. There's other stuff that you could always argue. People have argued contraceptives help prevent medical expenses, and
Ooh.
no, that has been struck down.
Womp
So,
womp.
all right, question 3, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Vitamins and supplements.
I gotta go with no.
Well
Too
done.
shady.
So the rule with it is it would need to be required by a physician. It would
Ooh.
need to be prescribed for it to count.
They can prescribe you, like, let's say you just had a shortage of vitamin D. They could tell you to prescribe you that you have to take vitamin D, and then you could write it off or be
Yep.
part of the HSA. Okay.
Yeah, if it's prescribed, if you have a prescription, all day, every day. Next up, Jeremy, I'm not going to lie, the reason that spurred this entire topic is I've had this like lingering cold for like 2 weeks, and every night I'm coughing like crazy.
Mm.
And I need the love of my life, NyQuil, some nights just to really get to bed. Jeremy, is my NyQuil expensible from my HSA?
I gotta think cough medicine. I would say yes.
Wow, you are doing surprisingly well. So, again, other people are going to come at me and like, you're wrong, Tyler. Since the 2020 CARES Act, it was amended, and folks, go look at sections code 106F and 223D part 2, but they amended the IRS code that it now includes certain over-the-counter medicines for alleviating pain and symptoms. NyQuil and pain medication actually can be considered after the CARES Act of 2020. Now, a lot of the CARES Act has been discontinued, but that was a permanent change in the IRS code back in 2020. Save those receipts, guys.
Could you get the pseudoephedrine and make meth, and then you get a meth lab out of your HSA?
And on our next episode, we will have Walter White as our guest.
Yes.
Next question, Jeremy. Bandages and first aid kits.
I think so. Yeah.
Out.
Yeah.
Also since 2020, now fair game.
Really? It wasn't before? Pretty
Nope.
sure I did that before. Nah. Dang it. All right.
Next question, cosmetic surgery.
No, it can't be.
Yeah. Easy answer.
Yeah.
Cosmetic surgery, no. If it's an elective just for appearances, doctors ain't gonna cover it, guys.
Right. No Botox. Just don't do it.
Teeth whitening also considered elective
Oh.
cosmetic.
Oh.
Yeah.
Never had that done. You could tell.
Yeah, this one's going discolored because I knocked it out accidentally. We went to a Costco and I was lifting a bottle of vodka in a box and I hit this tooth out and chipped the entire thing's like half of this one. So if you ever notice, like go back to our early episodes, my teeth are the same color, and then notice lately they are not. Just because, yeah, that's fake.
Oh, no good. Like they don't have non-discoloring fake teeth?
It was, it was one of those things you go there and they're just like, well, we think it'll look fine, but it might change colors a little bit after. And it's just like, this has never been the moneymaker, but yeah, I got half a fake tooth up front. Half a fake tooth. All right. Next up, toothpaste on that topic.
I'm gonna go no.
Are you cheating?
No, but I used to like try to get pretty creative with my HSA purchases and things. Or like I had a bunch left over, or was it FSA? I don't know, where like I had to buy things. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go get Band-Aids and whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, surprisingly, you would think toothpaste is preventative.
Yeah, that's true. So your toothpaste, no. Sunscreen, yes.
Yeah. So do you start brushing with sunscreen?
Ooh, yeah.
Don't try. Don't get your medical advice from Unaccountable.
Yeah.
A few more for you, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Mileage for driving to doctor's visits.
Ooh. I don't know this one. I'm going to say yes.
Yeah. IRS medical rate, which I should know the exact number. Smart podcast host would have looked it up. It was like 24, 22 last year. So somewhere in the 20s. Get reimbursed at that rate. But yeah, you could write off, you could get reimbursed for your transportation. And if you have a serious illness and you're going out of state, hotel visits and all of that, covered as well. Yeah. If you're having to fly to a specialty center for specialized treatment, the flights are deductible.
Yeah. Cool. So it's like, take this retirement strategy and then make sure you get some kind of illness that is only treated in Hawaii. Like, sweet, let's go.
Yeah, next tax planning session with a client. So have you considered having a rare heart disorder? Like, we could really do something with that.
Yeah, right. Ugh.
Next up, Jeremy, marriage counseling.
Oh God, I would say no.
Well done. Just, I mean, some would argue maybe that would make the marriage stronger if you could deduct it, but no, not deductible. Sorry.
Mental health, right?
Yeah.
Can't put a price on that.
All right, Jeremy, what about a weight loss program?
Oof. This is probably the one I'm the most tied up with. I could see both ways on this. I'm going to go with no.
I'm going to tell you this is a trick question. There's a reason when it's yes and a reason when it's no. Tell me when it is.
More if like you're morbidly obese, so there's got to be some BMI calculation where it's like, yeah, that's draining on your health. No.
What do you need?
What do you need? Oh, you need a prescription for.
If the doctor says out of like the morbid obesity or hypertension or anything that you need to be on a certain program or he recommends those programs and you have a prescription, then you can deduct it.
Interesting. All right.
So next time I'm going to go into the doctor and just remind him how fat I am and then say, hey, can you tell me I should lose weight and like do a gym membership or something? Get a personal trainer. Yeah. All right, Jeremy, two more.
Okay.
Vasectomy or tubal ligation, is that deductible?
I would guess not, unless again it's like a doctor says it's detrimental to your health.
Surprisingly, vasectomies and tubal ligations are covered medical expenses. I know you'd think elective, but it is covered.
Yeah. All right. I'm okay with that.
All right, Jeremy, last one, maternity clothes.
No, can't be. Is it?
It's not. But I would make the argument like Maybe, maybe not. You're right. You don't want to get into clothing. What about paternity clothes, Jeremy? When you and I stopped going outside ever once you had
Yeah.
those kids, like paternity clothes.
Moo-moos ain't cheap, man. Like, I have all the coverage.
Jeremy, one question away from a perfect score.
Oh, man.
Well done,
Dang.
sir. Well done.
Welcome to Fast Figures. 10 questions, 1 minute-ish. All answers are numbers. The game starts now.
All right, my turn to do some fast figures. And we're just going to dive right into this one. Are you ready, sir?
Nope, let's do it.
Perfect. Within 5 years, what year was the SEC founded?
1962.
How many strikes are there in a perfect game of bowling?
12.
Within 20%, what is the population of Argentina?
200 million?
In Fahrenheit, what is the boiling point of water at sea level?
212? Wait a minute. I could do the math in my head.
I counted on
100.
We're keeping going. I counted on this. Go.
Yeah, 212. Yeah.
Jesus. All right, next. Within 10%, how long in minutes are all 8 Harry Potter movies added together?
19 hours.
Within minutes. All right, hold on. I'll
within
do the math later.
within minutes. Hold on. That would be 1140 minutes.
What percent does the IRS charge monthly for a failure to file your return?
Failure to file is 2.5%.
How much is the IRS penalty for a dishonored check?
$50.
The average adult human has how many permanent teeth? You have a teeth thief. I like it.
I do. The average human, so not me. I should know this. Like 32? Like 16?
What percent can responsible persons be liable for if they do not properly pay employee withheld payroll taxes?
25?
What is the minimum amount of geese that are needed to qualify as a gaggle?
I would hope only 2.
All right. Good work. That's 10. All right, good work. Let's back this thing up. All right. Number 1. Within 5 years, what year was the SEC founded? You said 1962. That's incorrect. It was 1934.
Okay.
I gave you the 5-year window. Do you know why the SEC was created or what spurred it?
I mean, I gotta imagine, like, after the 1910s and the whole crash of Wall Street and, like, Julius Pierpont Morgan had to bail everything out, like, they had to create some sort of restrictions, but that is way too late after Pierpont had to bail everyone out. I don't know. Like, that's my best guess.
Yeah, I mean, that's right on point. Like, the major, there was the major crash in 1910 or something, but then there was also the one in 1929.
The Federal Reserve was created right after because they never wanted to have to rely on JP Morgan, JP Morgan Chase, but Julius Pierre, they never wanted to rely on him again to bail out the economy. So that was the Federal Reserve. So yeah, sorry, go on.
Right, yeah. So that was why. And like, why is it out there just to protect investors, ensure fair and orderly markets, which really led to accurate financial information for accountants, right? And overseeing security exchange, for a while.
Enron.
Do you ever wonder if there's going to be an AI board? Doesn't the EU have like an AI board?
Honestly, I think it's a great thing to have, but that's one of my biggest complaints with the big beautiful bill is states aren't allowed to come up with any of their own AI restrictions. That was snuck in there.
Oh.
Yeah, no state can have an AI restriction for the next decade. It all has to come from the federal level.
Yeah, which won't happen probably. Yeah. I'm kind of sad that I brought this up. I thought we would have got through this whole episode without mentioning AI. That would have been nice.
I know. That's your fault.
It is my fault. Dang it. Okay.
Look what you did.
Okay. How many strikes are there in the perfect game of bowling? You said 12. That is accurate.
Nope.
And that would give you a score of
300.
Right. Perfect.
Also, Gerard Butler's favorite number.
Yes, it is his favorite
number. You got
number.
that reference.
I have a couple of friends who are bowlers, and I had a bunch of people over this weekend, and they are telling me that you can have a test slide on the floor with your shoes, and there are different pads you can put on your shoes depending on how tacky or slippery it is.
Hmm.
And within the last year, I had two of friends that took terrible bails because they either changed their shoes and didn't test it, or they didn't test it and threw a ball and just like butt over tea kettle. Yeah, I guess that's the thing. I never knew that.
I
Yeah,
learned something today.
Yeah. Within 20%, what is the population of Argentina? You said 200 million. Like, is this shot there? 45.7 million people.
Oh man, I thought it would be closer to the size of the U.S. I didn't realize it was that small.
Yeah, I would agree. I probably would have guessed more than that.
Yeah.
So we both hired somebody from there with South Offices. How's that going?
So far, so good. You know, she jumped right in on one of the teams. Honestly, Jeremy, you know what the most exciting thing is?
Yeah.
Is you and I have been talking a lot behind the scenes. You're no stranger to the woes my firm recently went through with a few staff members leaving. But the new manager of that team just like welcomed her with open arms, our new Argentina employee, and just like day one got her going, got things. And this is a brand new manager overseeing this team. And it's just like they're working harmoniously. So far, so good. How's it going for you guys?
So she just started yesterday. So doing our stuff. So I don't know yet. But like some things I didn't think about is like, so you pay a invoice monthly for the employee.
I've yet to pay mine. We've asked twice where it is. I haven't paid.
Oh yeah, I don't go looking for invoices, man. If you don't give it to me, nah. But like one thing is like they're obviously we use Gusto. We talked about that, but they're not going to be in Gusto, right?
Nope.
But I take my time tracking, which I use in Clockify, and my Gusto information, and use that for client profitability.
Yep.
So now I got to figure out a different process for that.
Yep.
And then also, like again, we're singing Gusto. Gusto, give us some love, Gusto, because like
put us on your partner council.
Yeah, we onboard people. We set up their Google account with that. We set up their Zoom account with that. And my HR person was like, "Well, I had to go and set those up separately, but that's fine." But I'm like, write down all the things that you have to do differently now, just so we know, and just use that as a data point later. So I didn't even think about those things.
Honestly, I would love to be able to just go add South Offices as a contractor in Gusto and then have him as a team member still in Gusto showing up and all that information. And then you could still have it run through Gusto. Maybe I'll look into that.
But like, yeah, that's what I said, because we want to be able to send out like employee contracts or terms and conditions. And I'm like, just try setting her up there. As long as you don't pay them, I don't think you get charged for it for the month.
Oh, fair enough.
Right? I think it's only the amount you actively pay. So we're trying that too. So I was just curious how that was going. And just when you're thinking about these things, we've talked about this and we'll keep you up to date with how this goes for us. But like there are little subtleties to processes that just need to work through that are just not the same anymore. So yeah.
True story.
Yeah. But if she's a rock star employee, I'll do that all day long. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. All right. Number 3, what's the boiling point of water at sea level? You said 212. It is 212. And I don't know how much Ian's going to cut out of this, but they were like, wait, let me do the calculation. And I had it in there. I'm like, did you do your fancy C to F calculation in your head?
Not the first time.
Yeah.
I just went off of gut instinct because I'm like, who the hell knows that for sure? And then I remembered, oh, wait, I know how to do this math.
All right. Nice work. Okay. You had a Harry Potter theme last time. I thought, like, I didn't ask this one. Within 10%, how long in minutes are all 8 Harry Potter movies? You said 19 hours. Is 19 hours, you did the math, is 1,140 minutes?
I mean, 20 should be 1,200 minutes. 20 times 60. And then subtract 60 from it should be 1,140.
I'm not doing math. Anyway. Yeah, we'll give you that one. That's 1179. So you were well within the 10% there. Nice work.
Hey, what can I say?
Yeah.
Is that just to call, like, you just want to see how well I know Harry Potter after the day I flexed?
Yeah. Well, you flexed about it. I just like, how sick is this man? Anyway, number 6. I usually skip one. I'm not skipping one this time. All right. What percent does the IRS charge for a monthly failure to file your return? I think I wrote this one down. You said 2.5.
I did.
Yeah, it's 5%. I'm going to piggyback this on the next one. So hold on.
Is that failure to file or failure to pay?
From what I understand is failure to file. Failure to pay is 0.5, I thought, from the stuff that I was looking at. All right, we need to fact check there, Jeremy, on this one with tax
I'm going
things.
to fact check behind the scenes real quick.
Could be wrong. Maybe I should have fact checked it better. I think I went to 2 sites. Maybe I didn't.
I stand corrected. You are right. Jeremy, so if you have the penalty, you do need to file because that adds up quickly. Failure to pay is 0.5% up to month. I know the max you can pay gets up to 47.5. It doesn't go to straight 50 like you would think because it's 25 max on one, 25 max on the other. It's actually capped because of the first 5 months they don't double down, so you get 2.5 back. But yes, so the total penalty can get up to 47.5%. But well done, I had those reversed.
Thank you for sharing all that wonderful knowledge. Can we just state for the record you were wrong? Thank you. I love it. All right. How many average amount of teeth the human has? You said 32. It's 32.
Oh, hey, I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll take that with you. That's
That
probably
was a
better than I
guess.
would have done. Yeah.
Unless you're Tyler, then it's 31 right now.
That's 31. I didn't say like natural teeth. I only have 3 in the front on the 3 front teeth on the bottom, so I only have 31 too.
Okay.
I'm a freak. Surprise. Okay. What percent can responsible persons be liable for if they do not properly pay employee withheld payroll taxes?
I said 25.
At 25. 100% of it is the right answer.
Wow. Okay, dive into this more because you have a big qualifier there in responsible persons.
Yes. So I believe the thinking behind this is like if you were the person, when they say responsible persons, like if you think even if it's a large corporation, if you're the CEO or you're the CFO, you are responsible for the financial health of that company. Or obviously, if you're a business owner and you don't pay this, you would be a responsible person and could be held liable for 100% of this. However, hear me out on this one.
Okay.
I feel like if this would ever come to litigation, I could bring in a whole bunch of proof that I am not responsible in many different ways. I could bring in that, and I could get Jackie Childs in from Seinfeld, and we could fight that because I would not be a responsible person.
No, all they'd have to do is have your wife and kids testify, and they'll be like, "There's no way.
Yeah.
Like this man does not even come close to passing any sort of competency test." So that's good.
Yeah, that tracks. The one thing I want to go back to the two penalties is obviously this is going to drop in middle of September. You got a month yet if you're a extensioner, an extender. What do you call those who hath extended?
I mean, those who filed an extension, but maybe we coined the term an extensionizer.
Extensionizer. So get it done. Have the money to cover it. Penalties suck.
Yep.
Okay, last one. What is the minimum amount of geese that are needed to qualify as a gaggle? You said 2. Oliver, I looked at this several different places. It's 5 geese before you could put a gaggle.
So we're really getting into the hard-hitting questions here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Please explain why 2 is not a gaggle.
I don't know. They said if it's less than 5, it's just there are some geese.
So like 2's a party, 3's a crowd, 5's a gaggle. What's 4?
5's a gaggle. I don't know. A 4.
An extensionizer.
Extensionizer of geese.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So now you know. Cool. I think
you.
it's good. Like you got. Oh, you kind of sucked at the end. Never mind. No, you got 60%. 60%.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
That's pretty good. All right, let's start with loser of the week this week. Accountant in the San Fernando Valley in Los Angeles was charged by the Department of Justice for embezzling about $2 million from the film productions that employed him. Joshua Mandel was charged with 6 counts of wire fraud.
Oof.
Then he used the funds to stay at Las Vegas hotels and socialize with pornographic actresses, to quote the Justice Department. Here's what I enjoy. He misappropriated funds for film productions by wiring unauthorized transfers and moving into a cachet card? Should I know what that is?
I feel like it's something we shouldn't Google just in case.
Yeah, right. But the account he called it was called Fun, and that was the name of the account. They put it in there. But yeah, had all sorts of money, $130,000 to a woman he met through a sugar daddy website. I hope she is expensive, like keeping track of her tips separately. Yeah, just like obviously, clearly had no controls in place for this guy.
You're amazing. That's all I got for you, man. And you brought the
Full
tips
circle.
thing around full circle. Great work.
Full circle. Here we go. All right, and winner of the week, I'm gonna go with Salt Lake City.
Okay.
Like we got GrowCon coming up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got that's Roger Connects group.
His
with,
birthday today, September 3rd. Yeah,
Hey,
happy birthday,
happy
Roger. It's not
birthday.
going to air until the 10th or something, but happy birthday.
So yeah, that's cool. And then did I miss this? The hockey team is gonna be named the Mammoth. The Utah
Yeah,
City
you missed this.
Mammoth?
I thought you even asked a question about this a while ago.
I don't. My memory sucks. Anyway, but then I also had a client where they do a national conference, and
Yeah.
it's going to be in Salt Lake City next year. However, this is a Catholic affiliated organization, and I just feel like that's a weird spot to go to Mormon heaven and have your Catholic conference. But like, good for them. I'm looking forward
Could
to
be.
it.
You know, I'm always curious about certain industry conferences because, like, you and I both can say we were shocked at how hard accountants party when you go to those conferences.
Yeah.
And then I hear rumors about lawyers are even worse. And then I hear rumors that school teachers are even crazier.
Oh,
And it's
yeah.
like the groups you least expect
Yeah.
go the hardest. And so it's like, well, Catholic convention, I would assume that's pretty straight laced. But then I always hear in the back of my head the groups I least expect.
Yeah. And I like there are dry counties there, right?
I mean, the town from Footloose, you know, it was filmed here. But
Yeah.
no, the whole state is just odd with buying your alcohol. But no, I mean, dude, you ought to come out here. Maybe we do some other event out here. Unaccountable, Salt Lake. It's an easy airport, center of the country. It's not
Let's do it.
Denver, so it's got 3 things going for it.
Yeah, that's right. I love it.
Jeremy, excellent work this week, sir.
Yeah.
Back to a guest, I think, next week. You and I keep cruising through it, and we need to find a replacement for you while you're out of the country. So maybe I'll start taking applications now.
That's right. Let's do a Facebook post. Would you like to be a co-host for
Maybe I interview new
No.
hosts while you're gone. Just bring people in for 10 minutes at a time. This could be fun.
Yeah, right. I love it. All right, thank you, sir. Hey, Tyler, my staff has asked me to get better knowledge and training in spreadsheets and Excel. Any ideas?
Well, yeah, dude, I'm a little offended. You go to tylerauto.com, we have a course on intermediate Excel formulas. Just have them go over there and use the promo code unaccountable for 50% off.
Nice. Gonna do that. Thank you, sir.